the Trash Talk Tailgate.
Strong right slot, Z right. Spider 2Y banana seal. You're going to call it like it's your favorite play you've ever gotten in your life.
I'm on side. All right, y'all, let's get this one started.
Oh my God.
The Trash Talk Tailgate. I am Riley Puddin Peters. With me, as always, I have the doctor, defensive backs quality control coach, Preston Rowe, and we have the Buffalo Bills versus the Kansas City Chiefs. And this one, I mean, this was an amazing game. It's the quality of game that you expect from these two teams.
Yes.
I mean, straight off the rip, you know, gotta get the big Yeti involved. There's the man of the hour right there, Kadarius Toney getting an early first down out of that.
Dude, he caught the ball. Let's go.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Oh, there's a run.
Way to catch the ball. Okay. Damn.
Yeah, this was a great game overall, man. Listen, Kansas City are trying to hold on to the momentum that they have. I mean, they came in this game 8-4.
Yeah. Yes.
This is not.
And the Bills needed to win this game to keep their playoff hopes alive. Like, this was a must-win game. And, you know, because the AFC is ridiculous right now. Like, there's a lot of teams just kind of right in the mix.
A lot of,
you know, right in the hunt in the AFC. And the Bills are definitely one of them. But yeah, man, you know, they really came together. The Bills really came together as a team. You know, I would probably attribute that to an amazing pregame speech.
Yeah,
to be
dude.
honest.
I mean, something about unity and planes, but you know, they played together. They definitely played together.
Dude, jet fuel can't melt the resolve of the Buffalo Bills football
for sure,
team.
Dude. You got to overcome all adversities and take it to the ground. I mean, it just is what it is, man. You know, they like to watch teams crash and burn.
That's crazy. Oh my God.
Yeah, dude. Stunned the nation. But this game really did. I mean, Patrick Mahomes, he came out, as always, in 271. He had the touchdown, had an interception. Both quarterbacks had a touchdown, had an interception, though. So, you know, can you really call that a difference maker?
Patrick Mahomes has just seemed kind of off this year. You know, like he's had a lot of red zone interceptions this season, more than usual. Like, you know, obviously his receivers, they've got
I was about to say, I think a lot of his weird off-band. By the way, is that a wheel or just a straight seam? We need to...
Let's see. Let's watch.
Replay that.
Let's watch. Okay,
so. It's more of a seam.
Oh, it's just a seam route. Ooh. Damn, dude. James
just
Cook.
Murdering him with the running back seam. That's a great play.
Yes.
Oh. Missed it. Come on, hands.
Oh. Come on, man.
Sneed.
That's why you play DB.
Cook had a great game, man. I mean,
James.
Yeah,
he did.
Oh, quick
10
mass.
carries for 58 yards.
141 yards total.
Yeah.
141 yards. Yeah, quick maths. I did it. And of course, that passing or that receiving touchdown. Caught all of his targets, by the way. 5 of 5 for targets. I mean, that's solid, especially out here.
That is not something that can be said for the Kansas City Chiefs.
No, consistent targeting is not their, or consistent catching is not their strong suit. No, sir.
I will say this, Riley. You know, obviously everyone knows about Travis Kelce for Kansas City. Like he's always been Mahomes' kind of rock. Like he's kind of been the stability for Mahomes. But dude, as much shit as we give the Chiefs receivers, like Rashee Rice has really kind of come on strong. Their rookie receiver, he's really kind of come on strong. He had 7 catches for 72 yards and a touchdown. Like Rashee Rice has really kind of stepped up because literally no one else will on that team.
It's so sad. like, you know, all of Patrick Mahomes' offness this year, I will attribute to their wide receiving core because it's just like.
Look at Kelsey just go up and snag.
For like, especially for the beginning of the season, like really, if Travis Kelsey was like covered, man, like who do you go to? You know, we talked about that with the Cowboys. Go check out that game, Philadelphia Eagles versus Cowboys. But we talked about that being like a big criticism of them most of the season. If you cover CD Lamb, who's going to kill you? And I mean, Kansas City's in that same conversation. If you can, you know, keep Travis Kelsey from running his own routes that he makes up against you, like if you can shut him down, who do they beat you with? And I honestly, the answer kind of ends up being no one.
I mean, it's starting to be Rashee Rice though. Like I said, he's really kind of stepped up the last few games. I mean, it's definitely not going to be Kadarius
or
Toney.
Marquez Valdez-Scantling. Like I mean, it's just not. It's not going to apparently. You know. They can't even unify their two hands for a catch, let alone a small group of men to do something amazing, dude. Change a country.
World-changing shit, Riley.
But you know, this game it really was just a defensive like slugfest in what should have been an offensive shootout. It really was. It was a weird thing. I mean, obviously the Buffalo Bills go up 14 quick. And then Kansas City storms right back. You know, they get some points of their own, get into like a 14-17 situation going into the fourth quarter, and then just the Buffalo Bills just keep the pressure on, man. At the end of the day, it really is just not being able to finish red zone drives for the Kansas City Chiefs. It's still killing them.
Yeah, it really is, man. Just drops, like key drops, like you said in the red zone. I mean, it's just it's not a formula to win in December and January. Like if you want to be a legit Super Bowl playoff contender, you got to convert those. You gotta hit pay dirt, especially once you get in the red zone. You can't have those key drops.
No, you gotta just you got to find a way to score, man. And that was something that they did for so long. Like, you just finding a way to score. And it's just weird because, you know, it really is. Like, in the red zone is when you need to be able to have the most utility. I know you see a lot of teams, like, everyone's got a workhorse. And you're like, Travis Kelsey. Like, but you can't. It's just bad football to use the same person every time. Like, eventually someone's going to figure it out. Like, someone's going to stop you. Unless they just don't. But, you know.
Yes.
I think in this case, you know, they just need they need something else. Like they can't run the ball in those situations. It seems like they always rely on Patrick Mahomes, which I understand. Like, you know, keep the ball in Patty's hands because he does big things. But at the same time, like in those situations where you would like to be able to run the ball, it just feels like they can't. So they have to rely on Patrick Mahomes. And when you make your team that one-dimensional, it's hard to consistently win football games against great teams.
This is true. It's very true, Riley. I agree with everything you just said. But, you know, Riley, we got to get to what everyone has been talking about. We got to get to, you know, we want to talk about it. I mean, dude. Fucking Patrick Mahomes. Just everyone, like, yeah, it was directed at the refs. Like what happened?
You don't want to talk about the play first?
But I mean, I think everyone knows about the play. We will talk about the play, but let me just say something, Riley. So I mean, first of all, Kadarius Toney blatantly offsides. And here's the thing: you're a receiver. You are taught, if you ever played football before, you are taught in Little League. If you are a wide receiver, you should never be offsides, and you should never false start. You know why? Because you can fucking see the ball! I mean, Riley, am I crazy?
It always suck when a wide receiver did that shit.
I mean, because like, Riley, you're like, bro, you've got to be fucking kidding me. Like, dog, really? You fucking see the ball. You can check with the line judge. Like, hey, am I off? And he'll tell you. Yeah, man, you're good. You know, hey, am I too far up? Like, nah, man, just back up a little. You know, like bro, you have those options. You can fucking see the football. So the other thing that I want to talk about, and we'll talk about it, is Patrick Mahomes. He kind of went off the deep end a little bit. To put it lightly, he said it was directed at the referees. Motherfucker, he wanted to direct it at Kadarius Toney. Like he is fed up with his receivers bullshit all season, man.
Yeah,
he's fed up.
I would be too, man. If I was him, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I'm surprised Andy Reid hasn't gone out and already started making some wide receiver moves, even small ones. Like, I'm not even talking cutting people.
I mean,
let's go like up someone from the practice team or something, man. I don't know. Like,
well, shout out. Okay, gonna shout out someone else who loves the TTT. Shout out our boy Shamar. He told me something that the Chiefs should do today. You know who's sitting out there who has legendary hands? You know who's sitting out there right now, Riley? Larry Fitzgerald.
Not the Fitz. Giving him the Fitz, dog.
I don't know if he'd want to do it. But he hasn't won a ring
Larry
yet.
Fitz doesn't want to do it, I'd be surprised.
I know,
he's old, dude.
Go call Fitz. I mean, dude, he has more tackles in his career than drop passes. It's one of the craziest stats I've ever seen for any NFL player ever.
It is real talk.
So shout out to Shamar, dude. Maybe you should be the fucking Chiefs GM. Go get Larry Fitzgerald, dude. Like, dude, I mean,
short-haired Larry, dude.
But Riley, so like, what? Yeah, dude. Shout out to Larry. Shout out to the Fitz. But dude, what do you think? What do you think about what happened with Kadarius Toney and Patrick Mahomes? Let me get your thoughts.
I mean, truly, Patrick Mahomes is the star of this team, right? Like, he has proven himself a great quarterback. I think there's no arguments that he is a great quarterback. And this year, you've seen his numbers decrease, his performances decrease. And it's like, how many times have we seen a drop? Like, it's not a bad ball. I mean, I'm not, what does he need to do for it to be a good ball? Does he need to literally throw it so it lands in your fucking armpit and you can't drop it? Like, is that the best ball? Like, he's thrown great passes to these guys and you've seen drops all season. We're in week 13, 14. We're in week 14. And I'd be fed up too, man. Like, how many games do you have to lose because of one of these guys doing something dumb?
Yeah, dude, just
dropping passes. Holding calls on the outside on your wide receivers. They've had a few of those.
Yeah.
I mean, they had a rushing touchdown. In one of their losses, they had a rushing touchdown call back because of a holding call on I think it was Montez Valdez-Scantling, if I'm not mistaken. These mental mistakes, these little mistakes that are just causing them games.
They
like
kill
not
you.
even like
as a coach, it's so damn frustrating. As a coach, it kills you because that's the kind of shit. Like, guys, it's just the little details of football. It's the nuance of preparing and preparation for big games like this. Like, guys, just look the ball in. Like, don't try to run after the catch before you secure the ball. Look the ball in first.
Catch the ball first.
Line up offsides. Just catch the ball first. Like it's a lack of focus. Like, check with the referee. Kadarius Toney didn't check with the ref to make sure.
Now, there is some
offsides.
fan footage coming out of a dude that's like on the first row or second row with his cell phone that everybody's like, oh look, he checks with the ref. The ref says he's all right. So we got some controversy coming, some storylines coming in. So stay tuned to see how that plays out. That'd be fucking hilarious, dude. If he did check with the ref, I mean, it doesn't look like it. If you look at the play, he looks like he's looking the whole time. but also, especially in this video that we got,
he's looking at the ball.
In this thing we got, it's a cut, so we really don't have like the whole play. I mean, we don't have the whole time they're lined up, so we don't really know. I didn't watch the whole game like that. I don't know. I missed this part.
But Andy Reid, to be fair, Andy Reid did come out in his press conference, I believe it was yesterday, and said, like, because he was asked about it, and they asked him, did Kadarius check with the referee on that play? And he said, no, he didn't check with it. I mean, I think he looked at the ref, but didn't, like, check with him. Like, he looked at him and just looked back at the ball. Like, bro.
Gotta do a full check.
I mean, but I will say this, though, like, as much as I understand, Patrick Mahomes' frustration boiling over, I think it's just really for the whole season, kind of like we both alluded to. It's a bad look. Like, I don't know if you saw it, Riley. Did you see, him going up to Josh Allen after the game when they, and he's still bitching about the call. It's like, dude, Josh Allen has suffered so many heartbreaking losses to you, and he finally gets one in Arrowhead, and you're going to basically diminish his win by saying, oh, it was bullshit. Like,
yes, as you should.
Dude, like, that's disrespectful to Josh Allen, in my opinion.
Yeah, I get your point.
And,
there.
like, dude.
It is. I think that shit just is what it is. I don't think Josh Allen was, like, took anything from it.
He just kind of did him, though, like, oh, okay, buddy. Like, you did him the little chest pat, Yeah.
Nah, but yeah, it's a bad look. It is a bad look, but sometimes you need a bad look in public to make some shit happen. Like,
that's true.
Sometimes, because listen, I understand. I understand. Like, I understand football. I understand the realness of how hard it is to especially this late in season, bring someone into your team and try to get them to understand the scheme and work with it. And, like, I know that's why a lot of in this case, like Kadarius Toney, MVS, like those guys. They're great athletes. Obviously, they play in the NFL. Like, they're great athletes. They have to be. Yeah. But the reason why they're not extending out is because it is hard. But, like, sometimes you got to cut your losses and just to try something different. Because, like, all your losses are at one place. Like, it's all it. I
mean, dude, that's just a mental. Like, Riley, go back.
Let's watch the whole play.
Like, dude, he's positive right there. Yeah. I mean, it was a great play, but dude, it's just really unfortunate that because this play doesn't count, Travis Kelce is not going to be a Hall of Famer, according to Patrick Mahomes.
That's such a good fucking play, dog.
It's really unfortunate.
It sucks that play got called
Pour
back.
One out
and
for
it sucks
your boy.
that it was Kadarius Toney that did it, since he's the one that finished it.
But dude, like, if you were to do a poll, I'm not joking, of like, hey, the Chiefs pull out a game-winning play. It's one of the craziest plays we've ever seen, but it gets nullified because a player does something dumb. Who would you say did it? Like, which Chiefs player would be the culprit if you were to poll this before it happened? Wouldn't it be either Kadarius Toney or Marcus Valdez-Scantling?
Which sucks, dude. I feel bad for them, dude. Like, that's some shit on your name, but it's true. I don't like to talk. I just don't like.
It's just a lack of focus. But dude, he is lined up with Von Miller. So there's Von Miller right there. There's Von Miller.
He's actually looking him. He's looking him in the ear. He's like, oh shit, Von Miller's definitely offsides right now. He's looking at Kadarius Toney. Kadarius Toney's like, oh shit, dude. Oh, we're gonna get a free play, dude. Von Miller's totally offsides.
Yeah. And I guarantee you, Riley, Travis Kelce only did that because he thought it was a free play for the Chiefs.
Like,
I guarantee you that's why he lateraled that ball. Why he threw it.
Him.
Like,
yeah,
dude,
him
look at that. Does he not see the football?
I see. The thing is, and I'll give him this. Just like, this is one of those like just weird things in the moment where it's like he's seeing it obviously, but he's like his foot is just a little bit farther than his face, right? Like, if his foot was on line with his head, he's he's with the ball, whatever. It's a little bit more ticky tacky, but his foot's farther than his head, which is how. But like, look at it. Like fucking, he's all the way out here, so his head's lined up. He's looking at the ball, and he's like, I'm good, but he's not thinking about his other foot because it's late in the game. Yeah. He's tired, and he's just wants to make a play. So he's like, fucking,
like I said, man, it's a lack of focus. That seems to be the story of the Chiefs.
Which is so weird from an Andy Reid team,
lack of focus. Yeah. Like, it is weird, man. And, dude, like, just look at the formation as well, dude. Like, you want to talk about, we talked about this before with the Chiefs. Like, they kind of get away with a lot of stuff.
We're talking about the offensive line.
Formation stuff. Dude, it looks like the arrow on the logo. Like, look at that.
Actually, I was reading some, like, this is also technically, like, if you want to be super ticky-tacky, this is
that's an illegal formation. Yeah.
That's,
like, look at the offensive line, dude.
All the way in the backfield. This right tackle is, dude,
Jawan Taylor, bro.
And, I understand the deadly V formation, but, like, this is more what it's supposed to look like. My man's is deep right here. So
yeah, man.
He looks like he's playing tight end.
It's crazy, man.
Like, look at this dude. Look at
him.
There.
I just think
him and Travis Kelce are actually on the same spot.
They are, dude. That's insane. That's not supposed to happen. That is not an illegal formation. That is not illegal formation. So, anyways,
there's a lot going on with this play. I mean, that one is a little bit of a like a bang bang. That one doesn't get called a lot, especially not in the NFL. They let that go a whole lot. Tackles do this all the time, dude. This is a fucking.
But they're gonna call it like because a receiver, like, you have no excuse because you can check with the ref and you can see the ball. Like, hey, I'm in front of the ball. I should probably back up, and they'll let you do that. Yeah. Like, they'll tell you, like, hey, back up. And it's just crazy, dude. Like, the whole Chiefs organization, of all the hills to die on for bad calls, you choose this one? Like, it was a blatant offsides.
Yeah.
Like, just, of all the hills to die on, bro, like, this is not the one. That's not it, Chiefs.
That's not it.
It's not it, Chiefs. It's not it, Chiefs,
Yeah.
No. I just really think Mahomes, the whole season's frustration just boiled over because of one split-second play.
But also,
like
the Buffalo Bills coming together with the unity of an elite cell. They pulled it out, man. They pulled it out. And that's, they got to do something to them. I mean, maybe it was with a little bit of help from some dirty laundry, but at the end of the day, they still held the last couple plays, so got to give them some credit. The Buffalo Bills, they walk out with a 20-17 win. And, listen, like you said, this was a must-win for them. Yep. They're still in playoff contention. Kansas City,
7-6 now.
That makes goes back to the conversation we've had about the AFC being just a jumbled mess of teams that are.
The AFC is fucking stupid.
There's so many teams that are so close to each other, it's not even funny. So, now we just have to kind of see how it unfolds, man. This is a big loss for the Kansas City Chiefs, big win for the Buffalo Bills.
It's huge. Dude, the Chiefs, they might have to go on the road for the playoffs? No.
Hey, man.
Not Patrick Mahomes. Not
not coming to the Chiefs' kingdom. They have to go to someone else's. They have to fight an offensive war. They've got to go out. They don't have to come in. That's weird. But yeah, man, it is what it's happening.
That's crazy.
It's happening. But speaking of happening, we have plenty of other videos from this week that you should check out. Also, we got some from last week. But no matter what, keep liking, commenting, and subscribing on all the videos. We got bowl season coming up for college. Those games are going to be awesome. We got the NFL playoffs so close you could smell it. The holiday season's coming up. We get some great Christmas football. Obviously, New Year's, that's going to be the big bowl games. The big bowl game. singular. But yeah.
Hey Riley, you know what the
What?
playoffs smell like? Smells like jet fuel.
Anyways,
What?
we gotta clean up and get out of here, y'all. Peace.